Hi everybody, welcome to A Crow's Call Tarot. This is Melody. This video is for the star sign of Capricorn for this week of February 23rd through February 29th. So I just want to tell all you Capricorns happy leap year. Also want to go over the 222 energies. This is a time frame where we are about to come into unity within ourselves, and come into that sacred wholeness, that sacred unity between our divine feminine, divine masculine, with our head, our heart, and our soul. This is also the new moon in Pisces energy, which we are going to pull some moonology cards. And the weekly readings are now officially changed. The new style weekly reading won by a landslide. So we're going to start doing the weekly readings the new way that I started a couple of weeks ago. So with that being said, Capricorn, let me shuffle these cards real quick. And we're going to get started pulling your cards for this week's energy. I shuffled them all and I forgot these last three decks. I'm sorry. So give me 1 minute here. Shuffle them up real good. Alright, so Capricorns, what's the new moon in Pisces energy around the star sign of Capricorn? What is the new moon in Pisces energy this week in Capricorn? For the Capricorns out there, what's the energy like around them as far as the new moon energy? Okay, I kind of feel like there's a bit of a struggle because these cards just don't want to work for you. Okay, finally we did get one. Working through your fears, new moon in Scorpio. So we got the new moon, right? We are in the new moon and we're in the sister sign of Scorpio, which is Pisces. I'm sorry for the blurriness. Last night when I did my live stream, I had an apparition up here. I seen it behind me and then it literally appeared on my screen. So it's like still today, it's still a little fuzzy because it was fuzzy after last night too. Literally the apparition blocked out the whole screen. It looked like I had a cloud on it. Okay, so I'm just telling you I'm sorry for the blurriness. So let me put that up a little bit closer. So the new moon in Pisces for you Capricorn is helping you to work through some fears. And with it being in Scorpio, I feel that it's fears related to spirituality is what I feel. Alright, so let's go ahead and pull a Spirits of the Darkness and Light. That's way too many. I just need one for Capricorn, please. One card for Capricorn. Well, we got two. So I'll take that. Spirit of the Wolf and Spirit of the Fae. Awesome. So we got Spirit of the Wolf, loner, fierce in instincts, and Spirit of the Fae, mischief, play, and fantasy world. Alright. So we're just going to go ahead and put these up here. Like this. I'll put it right here. So we have Spirit of the Wolf, loner, fierce, and instinct. So I kind of feel like you're working through the fears of being alone. I also feel like there could be a little bit of mischief energy around you. Capricorn, we have Spirit of the Fae coming through. So there's a bit of a fantasy world that you are perhaps in while you are in this loner energy. And the reason why I feel that you are alone is so that Spirit can help you work through these fears, this fantasy world that's got you in, I kind of feel like you're a very instinctive person. It's like you have very fierce instincts. You could be the alpha of your pack, but it's like you are a loner as well. And I see that with the wolf. It's like both of them. You can be alone or you can be the leader of your pack. You do have very good instincts, and you are a very fierce spirit, Capricorn, is what I feel. And then we have, again, that spirit of the Fae coming through, telling you it's like your fears are keeping you in a bit of a fantasy world. And, you know, I kind of feel like it's making you mischievous and a little too playful because you are in this fantasy world. So we're going to go ahead and pull some tarot cards. Oh, that was quick. So we got Queen of Air, Capricorn, with independent, experienced, realistic, and witty, objective decision making, clearing away all that no longer serves you, seeing the humor in the situation. Yeah, that's what you're doing. You're in this playful energy. You're seeing the humor in this situation, and you are going to clear away these fears because you're working with them. So you could be a bit realistic at the same time, but at the same time you're in a bit of a fantasy world with your objectivity. Okay, I do see you, Capricorn, in the air of the Queen, or in the energy of the Queen of Air, which would be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. All right, so then we have the 10 of water, and we have the King of Water. So there we are. We have a couple on the coming through for you, Capricorn. I do feel this is somebody, I kind of feel like somebody who was unemotional. I kind of feel like, you know, again, there's a fear of commitment coming through here. I kind of feel like you are a loner and you have this fear of commitment. You have a fear of committing to your masculine energy. And because of that, it's putting you in a bit of a fantasy world. Them fears. I feel like that's why Spirit is helping you to work through your fears, helping you to see the humor in the situation. Find a little bit of playful energy with that spirit of the Fae. Okay, I kind of feel like your person is legit. I would say that it's the King of Water. Kind of feel like your person is legit, but I kind of feel like this is a message for you and your person to open your heart, your heart to those around you, because I kind of feel like you got this energy of being a loner. You feel like you're a very independent person, and you are always objective when it comes to decisions. You have fierce instincts when it comes to decisions that you need to make. And I kind of feel like you are, Capricorn, I just feel like there is no emotions. There's a fierce energy coming through. And the reason why there's not any emotions is because you are fearful. I do see there is a chance of a commitment happening this week. I do see that your person, Capricorn, is, they're in tune with their emotions is what I feel. Now, if this is you, Capricorn, this is you being open. You're opening up your heart and your mind, because what you're doing is working through these fears, all right? The fear of commitment, Capricorn. And you're being more objective to what these fears are, is what I feel. And you're going to clear that energy away. You're going to clear that fear away, and you're going to tap more into a playful energy. And you're going to be, you're going to see that the humor in it, that playful energy. All right. So, I kind of feel like that is what's going on for you, Capricorn. I kind of feel like you're working through this fear of commitment. You're working this fear of where you were independent, you're about to transform that energy and open your heart and your mind to a commitment. And it's like you are in this spirit of the Fae. You may be a little bit mischievous, a little bit playful, and want to extend that lighthearted energy out into the world. Like you're actually in a playful mood. You're seeing the humor in the situation. And instead of being in a fantasy world, it's like you're starting to be more realistic about you know, how you feel. You're actually tapping in more to your feelings and being more compassionate when it comes to commitments. All right, so that's what I feel for you. So let's go ahead and pull. What is a lesson the Capricorn is learning this week? Well, that's like way too many cards. What is a lesson that you are learning this week, Capricorn? Okay. What do you need to surrender with this lesson? Alright, so you are learning a lesson on a soul level of loneliness and realizing that you were never alone. I do see a couple on here. I kind of feel like you've been in a commitment for a while. For I'll say at least 10 months to a year. Okay, I feel that you've been in this commitment, and even though you were in this commitment, you still felt like you were lonely. You felt like loner and lonely. That's no coincidence with your spirit. All right, and you're learning that lesson that you've never been alone. You actually do have somebody with you, somebody that you can be playful with, somebody that, you know, kind of feels like, I feel like they share the same fantasy as you, Capricorn. Okay. So Spirit wants you to surrender stress. Take a few deep breaths and exhale tension you've built up in your body. Let the stress go as you come back to your center. So you need to surrender stress. And I kind of feel like that's where the spirit of the Fae comes in. Be a little bit more playful. Have a little bit more fun. Be a little bit more mischievous. You know, I kind of feel like it will help you to work through these fears that you have. And now we have surrender defensiveness. I'm sorry that you cannot see that. Okay, so defensiveness is a sign of weakness. To communicate is in a more empowered way. Stay centered and hear someone out. Then offer a clear, non-defensive response. Again, let the stress go. Come back to your center. Communicate from a more centered energy. Surrender stress and defensiveness. You don't have to be defensive. There's no reason to have this fierce, defensive, instinctive energy. Look at the wolf snarling his teeth. There's the defensive energy. Look, I'll show it to you again, just in case you didn't see it the first time. Yeah, see him like he's snarling, he's showing his teeth, he's being fierce. That's the defensive energy. You've not been alone. I kind of feel like you do need to hear the other person out. Perhaps the King of Water person. Surrender stress and your defensive. Come into center within yourself and listen to what they have to say. You know, I kind of feel like, you know, it'll help you to tap more into that playful energy. All right, so let's see what your heart is telling you to do, Capricorn. What is Capricorn's heart telling them to do? Romance angels to clarify that for Virtue, you acknowledge your loving spiritual attributes that encourage others to grow. So your heart is telling you you need to stand in the virtue of your spiritual attributes and help others to grow as well. And that cooperation. Your heart is telling you to cooperate in your quest to manifest the energy of love. You realize that every person and experience has value. That's why you need to stay centered and hear what the other person has to say. Okay? Because there's some sort of value in them words. And the religious factors. Your love life is being influenced by religious factors, upbringing, and spiritual path. So what I feel is your person's path, their upbringing influenced their spiritual path. All right? And you need to acknowledge that energy and acknowledge it with love. And instead of being defensive, stay centered. Acknowledge it with love. And understand that you guys may have been brought up on different paths. And there is some sort of factor that's influencing this partnership with this masculine feminine ship. There's something that's influencing this religious factor or spiritual upbringing is affecting this partnership. And now Spirit is telling you need to cooperate with your hearts and understand that this person has a value. There is something to experience within this, okay? And you need to also, again, stay centered, because I kind of feel like that's what they're going to tell you. That's what they're trying to explain to you. And you are just, you're stressed out. You're being defensive. You got all these fears of commitment that is coming through. And, you just need to stand in your virtue and acknowledge that, your spiritual attributes may be different than theirs. Like there's, it's affecting this partnership. I kind of feel like you both have different paths. Like maybe one walked the religious path, one walked the spiritual path. Yes, they're two different things. And that differences of opinion is affecting this partnership. Okay? And I kind of feel like you got this fear of being lonely, like this person's gonna leave you, and you're defensive because you're like, I don't want you to go, but at the same time, you are putting that out there, is what I mean. It's like you feel like you're a bit of a fantasy world sometimes. All right. So what are some signs that Spirit is showing you, Capricorn, when it comes to these energies? What are some signs that Spirit is showing you? Maturity. How to mature. The King of Cups. How to mature within your heart and your mind. Yeah, because I kind of feel like that fear is all in your head. And how that maturity will give you the essence to create something new. Something more stable, more joy, more happiness, more of a fantasy, a playful energy. If you just stay centered, put down your defenses, don't stress about it, because what's meant to be is going to be. That's what I feel. I really don't feel anything else needs to come out. I kind of feel like those were the messages. So we're going to go ahead and move on to, how are you being blessed this week, Capricorn? How are you being blessed? A blessing to find the truth. A number 25, which is a 7. So you are being blessed to find the truth through your fears this week. I feel that it is a soul level, truth. And if you look on here. Look, there's a white crow, and look at all the other crows up there. It's like you are facing the truth of how different you can be, how different you are on a soul level on your path. That's what I feel. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and pull what's your inner goddess message towards you. What is an inner goddess? What's your inner goddess message to you, Capricorn? What is your inner goddess message to you? And a little extended message. Oh, okay. Okay, so we have your inner goddess. It's your inner warrior goddess, number 25, which is another 7. This is no coincidence that you have 2 cards with 25 on it. So I kind of feel like you guys are both the same age. It's just like one's more mature than the other. So yeah, so we got you're being blessed to find the truth of your inner warrior. Your inner warrior, them instincts that you have. So let's go ahead and check and see what your warrior goddess wants to tell you, Capricorn. Okay. She's telling you this is not a time to play it safe, nor is it a time to allow another to take the lead in your life. You need to believe in yourself and trust that the instincts guiding you are correct. Instincts, right here, spirit of the wolf. Follow your instincts. They are guiding you. And it's okay. If you need to take action, do it. Speak up, say yes, say no. Trust your inner truth completely. Yeah. What are you learning? You're getting blessing on finding the truth, that inner truth. Be bold. The universe will answer your boldness actions with affirmations, and you'll move through the consequences of your actions with grace and courage, ending up exactly where you are meant to be. So the guidance that she is bringing through is telling you you're ready. Life has been preparing you. Your experiences have made you stronger and wiser. You have spirit and you have courage. Believe in yourself. You are a warrior goddess, an empowered divine woman. Trust that your foundations are strong. Put your faith in the universe. It is all being your life coach and guiding you all along, helping you build up your inner resources, encouraging you to realize the power that has always been within you. Yeah, blessing on the truth. Exactly. When you ask for help with the universe, ask with boldness and total confidence, like your prayers will be answered in the best possible way. All right. You have the right to require that your personal space be respected. You have divine permission and encouragement to claim your rightful place in this world. You are meant to say no to behavior that is dishonest, manipulative, or bullying. The warrior goddess uses her sacred anger to set a boundary and speak her truth, not to attack another. Again, stay centered. Surrender your defensiveness. All right. So I feel that that's a pretty significant message for that. That's beautiful energy. I like how these 2 cards played off of one another. So yeah, I feel like Spirit is telling you to mature. It's time to mature. It's time to come into alignment with your head and your heart. All right. And then past life connection, your soul remembers this intense connection. And I kind of feel like that's why you are fearful of it, because it's an intense connection. So your person, the person that showed up on this card, whether you're the king or the queen, you guys have had this connection before, all right? A past life connection. So we're going to go ahead and pull final advice from your guides, your angels, and get an archangel animal oracle card. So what advice? Oh, yeah. What advice do you have, archangels? What advice do you have for Capricorn? And an archangel animal to complete this advice. I love you, Spirit. All right, so your guides are telling you to choose love over fear. Yeah, work through them fears. Choose love over fear. Exactly. All right, and then your archangel relationship harmony. Archangel Raguel. We angels are opening the hearts of everyone involved. Arguments and conflicts are now being resolved. So yeah, you got Archangel Raguel helping you out with facing the truth of this connection and the truth of who you are. You're putting an ending. You're facing the lesson of being lonely, but you need to stay centered and choose the heart over the darkness. Choose love over fear. All right. So the two animals that come out, we got the wolf again. We got the wolf twice. So you have a strong essence of a wolf as an animal totem around you, Capricorn. I mean, that's double confirmation. Be independent but work together. Yeah. Archangel Zariel. So there is you and your person. Yeah, you can be independent. You can be, again, a strong energy here of this Queen of Swords, independent. You can independent and work with your partner. There is an energy of being objective when making a decision, and be a little bit more lighthearted and playful with this energy. So you have the wolf coming through twice as a spirit animal, and a hyena. Dare to be different, Archangel Jophiel. So yeah, and I kind of feel like whenever I read that lighthearted energy, be a little bit more witty, like extend that lighthearted energy, be a little bit more playful, like the fairy. When I see this card, I think about the hyena who laughs, and that's what I felt. Laugh like a hyena, dare to be different. So you got Archangel Jophiel coming through now. Archangel Raguel, Archangel Jophiel, Archangel Zariel. So you are surrounded by angels whom are helping you to come into harmony and balance within yourself and within this relationship. All right, Capricorn, those are your weekly messages. Thank you for watching, and blessed be.